I beg your pardon. Lee Anderson, please.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. First of all, I'd like to thank my honourable friend for North Somerset for securing this very important debate. It's certainly a subject which is close to my heart, but I think it's important in debates like this we talk about real people. And there's a real person in Ashfield called Jossie May. She's 7 years old. She has Down syndrome, and Jossie's family want to see a world that sees the real Jossie. The real Jossie. Is Jossie different? Yes, she is different. She's beautiful, she's funny, she's clever, she's friendly, she's happy. She's all those things that I want to be, but unfortunately, I'm not. She is indeed a role model to us all. She is, so I guess she is different. But Jossie's family knows that she will face certain barriers when she gets older. But with the right support in place, Jossie can achieve many great things and make a fantastic contribution to our society. And why shouldn't she be allowed to do this? She should be allowed to. Gone are the days where we would hide away children with Down syndrome, and thank goodness for that. Why should we hide them away? They have as much right to enjoy life as we do, but it's up to us as a civilised society to make sure that we remove as many obstacles as we possibly can. With the right education and support, young Jossie could go on to lead a happy and independent life where she can work and look after herself and lead a happy and contented life. Isn't that what we all want? Jossie's family are aware that we've made great strides over the past 30 years in education, but we still have a long way to go with Down syndrome. In the right settings and right support, or in mainstream schools or special schools, surely we can do a little bit more to help members of our Down syndrome community. We want to see a world where we don't have to fight so hard for people like Jossie. Within this, there also needs to be an acknowledgement that like any other human being, or those with Down syndrome, have different levels of ability. We're all different. We all have different abilities. Some will be capable of living independently with some support, and some will never be able to do that. But we need to look at each person as individuals and make sure that they're all supported with the correct decision-making. Great improvements have been made in access to education, but when a person with Down syndrome leaves full-time education, the opportunities for employment are few and far between. We have a great project in Ashfield called the Rumballs Cafe, where young people with learning disabilities are trained to work in a cafe. This is a life-changing experience for many young people and provides a valuable service to our community. But the cafe faces an uncertain future as the local council are bickering over the terms of the lease. This is truly a shocking situation. Attitudes need to change. It should not all be about money, but more about outcomes. There also needs to be much more support post-education. So many parents end up with young adults that have very little opportunity to integrate with their local community on a day-to-day basis. It's truly shocking. Every person deserves to be immersed in a community where they can all get involved. We also need to see more research into the health issues. There's huge pockets of science within Down syndrome community, like, for example, childhood leukemia and Alzheimer's, just to name two issues. Imagine what answers could be sitting there undiscovered within the Down syndrome community. It's an interesting fact that the cure rate for children with Down syndrome with acute myeloid leukemia is higher than that of the general population. We should be looking at this even more. Lastly, and really it should be the simplest of all, I would like to see better signposting in maternity care. Positive about Down syndrome support service have made great strides towards improving this, but there still more to be done. Jossie, according to her family, and I know Jossie, is every kind of wonderful and deserves a wealth of opportunities. Let's make a world where that can happen. I just want to finish by saying that I was at the event just a few days ago in this place, and what I saw was a room full of young people, wonderful young people, full of talent, full of ambition, with loving, caring families. And I think that, this place, if we can't make the world a better world for these young people, then really we shouldn't be here. But I'm confident that when my colleagues sat over there and the front bench we've got in today, we're going to do this. Thank you.